Rock Hill Junkyard, and I'm kind of just looking around. So today we gotta disassemble the heads and fix my ship box. My control panel got soaked in water, so I had to pull a new one because my sunroof is having issues with the drain, so I gotta figure that out. They have this M62 and a 740, but this is a Vanos model. So I don't really think there's anything on this I can pull, unfortunately. I've got this thing all plugged up, and naturally, literally no, it doesn't need any sequence. It just works. You hear all that crap though? There's an acorn stuck in the drain. I don't even know what to think of that. It's so stupid that it's just annoying. So now that that's over, we can start tearing down our cylinder heads. I think I'm gonna end up just doing it on the tool cart. That way I don't really have to worry about that. I am gonna clear off the old engine parts though, because I mean I don't want to really mix up like what camshafts are with what engine, because let's just not do that. So everything except for the valve assembly has been removed from the head, cams, lifters, cam caps, everything pretty much except for the tensioner, which I don't know why I haven't removed that yet. I just haven't done it. But now we have to take out the valves. This has got to be the most painful process on any engine, because what you have to do is you have to take a big sprint. Well, technically BMW has a special tool for this, but I don't want to pay $500 for a special tool, so I got the big like C-clamp compressor, spring compressor, and basically it goes here and it wraps around the other side to the valve, and you're basically compressing the spring from the top by hand, and it is so painful it hurts. It is actually a ridiculous process. The worst part is taking it out is the easy part. Putting it back in is a pain in the ass, and I'll show you why. So not only is it super closed in by two sides and you can barely fit a finger through it, but if you look, the valve is sitting inside of the head. So it's this guy here. The bottom part obviously goes on the valve and the top part goes on the spring, and you basically put it down a little bit and then you have to compress it by hand. What would probably be smarter is if I welded this nut up top to it, and that way I could just use an impact and impact it down, and that would compress it a lot faster, but I really don't want to do that. Even if I wanted to use a traditional valve spring compressor, I couldn't. Part of me thought about just letting the machine shop do it, but since they really only work with small blocks, I didn't really feel comfortable doing that. I just don't know if I'm gonna bring it in and they're gonna be like, oh, we can't do this or whatever, so I'm just gonna do it myself since I've already done it before. It just really sucks. So the first two cylinders, 8 and 7, I have removed. That's 8 valves in total. I have 8 more to go on this head, and then I have to do the other head. The valves look very good, considering kind of what I've dealt with in the past, and these are much better. The exhaust valves, obviously exhaust valves are going to have a little bit of carbon buildup and a little bit of oil on them, but compared to those, these have nothing. I mean, these are like, my exhaust on this one is like my intake on that one, so these are much better. As far as me having low compression, I think I've kind of spotted the issue. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. This one was the lowest. This one had full compression. This one was like 180 or something like that. This one was a little bit higher than this one at like 110. And then this guy was also at like a 90-ish. But this guy was at like 60, and it makes a lot of sense. When I tell you guys the amount of fear that just strikes me, I was taking off my my compressor. Obviously I was undoing it, and as you can see, this no longer is attached, this piece that holds the valve in, because it's right here. It fell off. But dude, when you hear something drop from a head and you see a circle with a little thing sticking out of it, especially when you're pulling out valves, dude, I thought the valve fucking split in half. I just shit myself, dude. What the fuck? So I finished disassembling bank 2. Honestly, wasn't too bad. Not as bad as I remember. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Everything's out. I just kind of need to clean it off, degrease it, and then it'll be good to go to a machine shop with the block, and then the other head when I finish that. Some of the main things you need though are a pick set and a magnet that's much smaller than this, so I gotta run out to O'Reilly's or somewhere and grab that. The rest of the suspension, sway bars, mounts, bushings, everything you can think of will be coming in. It's supposed to come tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll be back down here Wednesday for a little bit, and that's probably when I'll finish the other head. And then if I have the suspension, the rest of the suspension by then, I'll go ahead and finish the front subframe. Front will go down, and then the rear subframe, I'm waiting on Garagistic to send me those bushings. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get started on the second head, but I'm definitely not gonna finish it today. I have an appointment at Discount Tire to get the front two M-Pars wrapped in some new tires, and then those can go on the front of the BMW E90, and then this one will get the old wheels off of the E90 just to kind of sit on so that we can roll it around when we need to. So it's a couple days later. I don't have a chance to go down to my garage today, but we get a box, and it's from Condor. So this is a lot of our plate. We've got a lot of our suspension stuff in here. We have 1 package, 2 package, 3 package, and then all of this. Which, I mean, my sway bars, obviously. I heard ST was really good about packaging stuff and really using instructions. I think these are my front mounts, rear mounts, and everything comes with instructions. Rear sway bar, front sway bar, and then of course, stickers. So in our first of 3 packages, we have obviously Condor sticker, Condor koozie, rear sway bar reinforcements on the trailing arms, obviously with a sticker. Other reinforcements, I think these are for the front subframe. Yeah, because that's control arm, and then the sides. And then rear subframe reinforcements with obviously a sticker. We have our steering rack spacers, and we have another reinforcement. So I was super excited about this. This is the steering shaft extension. It's a skinnier steering shaft so that I can create headers and they will clear. Because before doing this modification, there's no way to get your, what's it called to clear? Your headers for the M62. Last but not least, the one I'm probably the most excited for is control arm mounts. Super psyched about these. ST makes such good sway bars for the E30s. I mean, this is what everyone recommended I get, because I mean, they literally come with everything you need. And honestly, I think these are reinforcement plates as well. So unbelievable that they do all this, and it is much appreciated from this company. Okay, so again, it's about a week later. That box that y'all saw me just unboxing, everything has been installed. And then these are rear subframe bushings, but at the moment, we have something a little bit more important on our plate. Tonight, the front end is gonna sit down for the first time in 10 months. And obviously, I'm bolting the tire on. I gotta get more lugs off of that. And then I'm sure there's lugs all over the place in here for the other one. As y'all can see down here, our control arm has been bolted in like before, except now we have our Condor Speed Shot mounts. These are solid mounts that are for the 5-lug conversion. They correct the geometry. I think that these coilovers do that already. They're built to kind of correct the geometry, but I wanted to get those just to be safe. And then we have our adjustable end links. We have our ST sway bar. We have our Z3 steering rack and our Condor steering shaft for our headers to clear. We obviously still have tie rods left. I still have to source those, but I don't really need those for the car to sit on its own weight. It's not a necessity. Now, it would be cool to have, but at the moment, it's not something I'm too concerned about. I'm more concerned about getting it to sit on its own weight so that if I need to transport it, I can. So both wheels are on. Both wheels are on. It's time to lift this baby up. The floor is cleared out. Everything is cleared out. Goes up. Jack stand numero uno. Jack stand numero dos. It's still going. Oh. Are you serious? Dude. Bro. I didn't expect it to do this. Wow. So as much as I really want to lower the ass, I'm scared that it's going to slip off the sand, and since nothing is holding these are just going to roll forward, which we obviously don't want. That would not be a good day. So we're not going to do that. But this is ridiculous. I haven't seen the car like this. I mean, it's literally been like 7 feet in the air for the last 10 months. So I haven't seen any glimpse of this car being on the ground. So this is just ridiculous. And this is really the first step of seeing hard work paying off. I can still pick her up.